at Reverb.com. Today I will be showing how to do spiccato. Spiccato is a technique on the violin. It's not pizza. It's a technique which is basically bouncing the bow. So we start, make sure you have a good bow grip. So our thumb goes in here, 2 fingers, this lays on here and that lays on the top. We have to make sure that as we're bouncing the bow, this remains flexible and not gripping, because that will stop us from being able to do a good controlled spiccato. The next thing is to make sure that your bow is tightened properly and not tightened too much. The bow is called a bow because it is bowed in towards the hair. When we tighten it so it still has a bow to it, but it is not straight across or too tight. Then we are ready to begin bouncing the bow on the string. Every bow has a natural balance point to it, and we want to find that balance point. So if we start at the frog, which is this part, and put it on here, and just try to bounce it, it doesn't really bounce. The weight of the frog kind of makes it just hit the string. But as we go up, we start getting more bounce. We want to find a point, and it's going to be about midway between the frog and the tip, maybe a little bit before that. Mine's about right here. So if you've never done spiccato before, you want to just start by bouncing the bow, finding that balance point, and getting that feel of bouncing the bow on the string. So just like that. Make sure you're not gripping, and just a nice bounce. So once we have that, we can start putting it and playing notes to it. So you start controlling it and playing it in regular rhythms. And try it on every string, because it's going to feel a little different on each string. That you can bounce the bow on the string, here's a set of exercises that you could do to both develop your spiccato and also to keep it in shape once you have it. Spiccato is something, it's in a lot of music. It's in a lot of orchestral music and a lot of solo music. So keeping that, it's almost like doing push-ups. You don't stop doing them because you've done 20 of them last week. It's something that you continually do to maintain your playing being in shape. And the metronome is very important to practice with in these exercises, because developing spiccato is all about control. So it's not about just being able to bounce it, it's being able to bounce it in time so that you're able to create the rhythms that you want to create and to play in time with other players. So I'd start by putting the metronome around 60-ish. I have it at 63. Put on the metronome and then start playing 8th notes to it. Okay, once you've done 8th notes, then let's move on to quicker rhythms. Once you're able to do all that in a row, you can bump up the speed of the metronome. So going from 8th notes to triplets to 16th notes, it gets very fast, very quickly. So just bump it up a little bit. I'm going to put it to 68. So I'm going to go through that process all again sequentially. So this is is a really great exercise to do when you're just warming up. It is something that does take a while to develop, so don't get frustrated if you're just beginning this and you're just not able to get it. Thank you so much for joining me for this Spiccato lesson on Reverb.com. Stay tuned for more lessons. I'm Rebecca Faber.